We are live with the Two Brothers podcast. It's your boy Leak and V, or I don't know. How does that make a V? Please tell me how that makes a V.
There you go. Better for you. Better for you. That's a V. Looks like a V to me.
You up for it? Never mind. Okay. So I don't really know how to intro. I feel like intros are kind of corny. I guess we can just get straight into it. Get straight.
All right, good brother number one. Let's start it off.
The draft. The draft was just this past weekend. Started on Thursday, ended Saturday, as everybody knows. What did you think about the draft? Let's start off with that. What was your thoughts and feelings on the draft?
I bullshit you not. At some point down the road, I swear I thought somebody was gonna get hit with like a connection error right before they get send their pick in to get picked and stuff like that. I was expecting like Roger Goodell to fuck up and wait like a whole 15 minutes or 10 minutes, just waiting for somebody to fix their connection. It'll be like a team that happened to the Browns. They can't never get right.
See, I want to say that, but at the same time, it was like, I think they was using like real cameras. I mean, of course, that type of major at school and everything, but I believe they was using real cameras. My only thing is, with the draft, there was a sort of like, I want to say, anonymity from player. I mean, like, yeah, the players kind of knew roughly who was like gonna draft them.
Oh, yeah.
Within like, it was narrowed down. Not all 32 teams. I mean, of course, all 32 teams want you, but as you're going through the draft, it's gonna narrow down to about like 5 teams are talking to you heavy, and they're like, oh, if you're still on the board, we're going to take you.
Right.
So it's all of that, except for like, the top 3 picks usually, which usually happens in most drafts. The top 3 picks are solidified. It's like done deal, except for Jeff Okudah in this draft.
I didn't think
it was like, they may not go with Jeff. They may go with him. We don't know. I mean, we all knew that. But it was like strange to see how the players just already had the hats already ready. The teams was already following them. Like, that's what I saw on Twitter. That's what I saw on social media. The players already knew, like, where they were going. Like, they already had their hat ready. I didn't see no other hats, like, on the table or nothing like that.
I thought it was like
the team was already following them. Like, it was pretty interesting.
I know how you sit behind like a couch and like you got like all the boxes of hats like lined up and everything. You waiting for that call. Imagine somebody calls you and you put on the wrong hat. Like, imagine if you were the first pick, you burrow and you get in the call and say, okay, yeah, bet. I go to reach for my hat. It's the motherfucking Detroit Lions.
Who won? I would say the Ravens. I think the Ravens drafted extremely well with who they picked. Like, there was not a single pick that they picked that I didn't see as another piece fitting, because it's not like the Ravens have to build from scratch or like they had significant injuries.
Nah, they kind of built already to win as of the team they had last year. Why it didn't win, it's a whole nother story.
I mean, we can blame it on a few different things. We can blame it on them resting, Coach Harbaugh resting most of the starters for Game 16. And not really playing in Week 17. So it's like you have Week 17 off and you have the next week off because it's the wild card. So it's kind of like you miss a beat.
Right.
But then again, I got to give it up to the Titans because they just hit a stride. And I honestly think the only reason why the Titans weren't in the Super Bowl is because – the only reason why the Titans weren't in the Super Bowl was due to the sheer fact that they got away from what got them to the AFC Championship. If you're running the ball effectively and you're having a play action that works, stick to that. They got out the gate, and Ryan Tannehill threw on first down and second down, and then they tried to run it on third down, punted the ball. The next drive, they tried to throw the ball twice. I don't remember exactly what order they threw the ball, but I know they threw the ball more as opposed to the wild card game versus the Patriots and the divisional game versus the Ravens. They came out the gate hitting you in your mouth, running between the tackles. Not even like they ran off the tackle. They ran in between the tackles when he just bounced it to the outside because Derrick Henry is that type of monster.
You know what's crazy? He's big. He's that big, but he still can like outrun some people. That's why I kind of thought that was kind of wild. I didn't think he had breakaway speed after that game. He put it on display. It was the game against the Patriots, I believe it was. Runaway speed.
I thought he had glimpses of runaway speed when he had that one big play where he ran over the Jaguars for, was it 98 yards or something like that?
Yeah.
90. It was close to like 90-some yards. I knew he had some type of breakaway speed. I didn't know he had it on a consistent basis. But the thing is, with the NFL running backs now, it's can you keep it up? So will he perform this upcoming season like he did this season, like he did this previous season?
I want to say no, solely because the teams is going to be smarter than that. They're going to actually see what was the issue, what were they messed up at, and they're going to game plan for this shit to happen again. Because after all the switching they did in Tennessee, they're not going to be the same beast as they was. They had this element of surprise on their shoulders. They don't have it no more. So I do see them doing good. They're going to make the playoffs next year, but they're not going to go far. Just be glad with that wild card win.
So who did you have as the best team in the draft?
From the draft. Best team, I'll say the best winner has to be Arizona. You know, they had a game plan going into the draft. They figured that all their pieces lined up on offense, so that's why you really wouldn't expect them to get an offensive player, probably besides O-line, tackle. I kind of thought they were going to get Justin Wells. Justin Wells? No, shit. Andrew Thomas, the tackle from Georgia.
In the draft.
I like laughing at this. The Packers.
That's interesting. Why'd you go with the Packers?
All right, so they made to the NFC finals, right? The conference championship. But instead of like getting Aaron Rodgers more help, who is arguably the best quarterback of this generation? You can quote me on that one. And instead of getting him help, get a replacement for him. And his contract is up in the next 2 years. Now, I'm not saying they're going to use this time to grow Jordan Love into like a new Aaron Rodgers, because it's going to take time. And besides, Aaron Rodgers sat behind Brett Favre to learn the game from him as well. He didn't start playing until, I believe, after year 6. Yeah, after year 6, that's when he became the full-time starter for the Packers.
So is that your hate that you're rolling with?
That's my hate. Like, why not get him some receivers in a deep receiving draft like this one was? Like you could have got Michael Pittman for Jr. for their pick. Who else? You could have got T. Higgins for their pick, but they didn't.
Sanitizer.
So adorable.
I'm not adorable. Where's your
Cut.
It's a game mat.
Check in there.
Huh?
Check in there.
Huh?
Look in there.
Huh?
Look at my nice thing.
Huh?
Stop saying huh. Just do it.
What?
Look at the nice thing. I don't have a lock. I don't have a lock.
What is it, Uncle Vinny? What is it?
You looked at me, Uncle Vinny. You.
This is why you can't do this. You can't not record the video while sitting down. You're such a little person. Here, go sit. Go play the game inside. Go play a game with your brother. And please don't drop it like last time. You need to close the door. Gotta love kids. All right. Action.
Okay. So anyway, yeah. So when you have a big player like Justin Jefferson still on the board, and you didn't jump up to grab CD Lamb, because I knew that like once the first receiver was going to be taken off the board, I knew it was going to be just a runoff. It was just going to be receiver. But they let all of the receivers fall. Who was first off the board? You had Henry Ruggs. Henry Ruggs, first receiver off the board, going to
Raiders.
Mike Mayock and John Gruden and the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
Not surprised at all. That's their style. That's completely John Gruden and the Raiders style 100%. So I'm not mad at that, even though he's not quote unquote the best receiver in the draft, as they say. Everybody was saying it's Jerry Jeudy or CeeDee Lamb. It's like 1A, 1B. You can interchange them, doesn't matter.
The same thing with like quarterbacks. The best quarterback was not drafted first this year. Joe Burrow was not the best quarterback in this draft, and I will stand by that wholeheartedly. Come on, we all know.
Let me finish getting my hate off. And then we're gonna get on that. We're gonna talk about it. Okay, so fast forward, you let the Cowboys, your rivals, we got to play them twice a year, and you let the Cowboys get CeeDee. Anyway, I'm still frustrated. And then you go and grab Jalen Reagor,
who by far wasn't even like
he's a second round pick. He's a mid second round pick. He's not even a high second round pick. Go look at all the statistics. He's a mid second round pick. Great pick. He's fast, cool. You want another Deshaun Jackson, but if Deshaun Jackson is healthy and he's ready to play, who do we have as a goal and climb the ladder receiver now? Alshon Jeffries. That's all we have now.
You better pray he don't get hurt.
As a tall receiver. Like, our receiving core is on average 6 foot. Like, everybody's 6 foot now and fast. Alshon Jeffries is our big play receiver.
Mm-hmm.
We might as well go back and get Torrey Smith. And go back to this, I don't know. But it was like, okay, so you grabbed Jalen Reagor. Cool, whatever. And I'm kind of upset because, like, right after that is when Justin Jefferson got grabbed, but can't go back now. Day 2. Instead of grabbing a linebacker or a safety, because there was plenty of safety still on the board. Actually, instead of grabbing Xavier McKinney.
Another good one. That's a steal.
You go after Jalen Hurts. And they said that they talked to Carson Wentz and they had everything planned out and everything scheduled as so because they need more quarterbacks in the quarterback room and they want to make him into Taysom Hill. I understood after they said they wanted to make him into Taysom Hill, but during the initial pick, I'm so glad my mom was not in the living room with me because I was cussing up a storm. It's like, bro, how do you do that? Why do you do that when we need help? Carson needs help. The entire season we said Carson needs help. We make the freaking playoffs with no names at receiver. We was in 31 personnel the first 2 quarters of the playoffs. For people that don't even know, 31 personnel is 3 tight ends and 1 receiver.
Heavy set.
Actually, that's really not 3 tight ends and 1 receiver. It's 3 tight ends and 1 running back. But either way, we had 3 tight ends and 1 receiver on the field because it's like I might as well put all my tight ends on because they're the best options we got to catching the damn ball than receivers because we're so short and you grab Jalen Hurts, who I love. He's actually my favorite quarterback. And now we can transition into what you wanted to talk about because you said that Joe Burrow's not the best quarterback in the draft. I completely agree, but I'm going to let you get your point off.
No doubt about this. If Tua, best quarterback, wasn't hurt, if he didn't have the injury issues, which by far got cleared up, but it's still going to be, you still have to worry about him coming back being 100% when the time comes. If he didn't get hurt, imagine how well Alabama would have played in the final games. Imagine how well Tua could have carried the team to the championship and will actually hold up that trophy instead of it being LSU, SEC rivals. But instead, Joe Burrow takes it. He gets all the fame, recognition, number 1 draft pick and all. That was all planned to be Tua. Tua's legacy would have ended off on a high note. He didn't get hurt. You know, that's college football for you. In the pros, it's gonna be a whole nother story. He's literally going to have the best career out of all the quarterbacks that was taken this entire draft. Justin Herbert doesn't have the I don't want to say pedigree, but he doesn't have the resume that match Tua or even Joe Burrow. like level of competition is not there for him. And this last year was his only year that he actually had a full chance of being the starter. So he played a full year. Jalen Hurts, it's gonna take some time for him to even play. The Eagles is going to use Carson Wentz till the wheels fall off, or they treat him do like Taysom Hill. Ask the Saints how well is that working out for him since they ain't made it to the Super Bowl since 06. Still don't. Fuck that memory, man.
Transition. So the NBA is now opening up their practice facilities to certain players and certain members of the staff. Start practicing on Friday, May 1st. How do you feel about that?
You would think that like it's gonna be more of a hassle because it's the whole quarantine going on, the COVID-19. You can't really still be in contact with other people. You're playing sports. You are literally going to check somebody every chance they come into the paint. They're gonna body them up. You're gonna play defense. You're gonna get roughed. Contact will happen. Now, it's not just the players you also got to worry about. There's also you got to worry about the coaches that's going to be there, the trainers that's going to be there, the people who serving the food, the cafeteria, the lunch lady, the janitor. You got to worry about everybody else. Since you're opening up the facilities, you basically telling everybody who worked at said facility to come back to work now. It's time to go back and make some money. They have to be on their P's and Q's that they're not sick, including the athletes who we pay to see. And if they get sick, and they, knock on wood, be the first one to pass from COVID-19, the athletes, it's just going to delay everything 10 times more.
Before we wrap this thing up, let's wrap it up on a high note. If the playoffs were to start right now, what you got? Who's going where? Should we go like by bracket? How are we breaking this down?
All right, let's start with the West. I'll break it down. I'd assume if we go by the record that's going by now, you would have the Lakers at number 1, and they were playing against the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm not saying that's a sweep. It'll be a gentleman's agreement. Game 4, Lakers couldn't shut up and get the sweep, so Memphis picks that up. Congrats, John Morant, MVP that night. But the Lakers move on, second round. After that, shit. I'm looking at the conference setup as of now. The only team I say that can give the Lakers a run for their money is obviously the Clippers, but the Clippers gonna have to deal with the Mavericks, and I gotta give it to Luka. And Kristaps. The team match up well against the Clippers. I'm not saying they're gonna win every time they play against each other, but they have a chance to not knock them out of the way.
You still said that Memphis was going to win a game. I'm on that. What?
You really think that is still the grind?
No.
Memphis, Tennessee.
No. I love John Morant. No. It's not happening. Memphis is not winning a game. They're getting swept. Playoff LeBron is playoff LeBron no matter what. He takes scrubs
shots
all the way to the championship and get swept by the greatest team ever assembled in basketball. We got 5 potential Hall of Famers on one team. No, I'm not counting Andrew Bogut. I'm counting Andre Iguodala off the bench as the 5th Hall of Famer.
Thank you.
No, hell no. Memphis is not winning a game. The Clippers versus Dallas, I do see that going to 5 games. I think playoff Kyrie, my bad. Playoff Kawhi is a different animal. He's a sleeping giant, and I got to give it to them. I see that 5 games. Okay, so then we got what? Denver and Houston. Who you got?
Oh, Denver, by far. Even though a lot of my Colorado kids would tell me that it's not a competition. Hell no. Brody and the Beard will give you a competition, no matter what. But that team is complete, top to bottom. They're that team that's that's more team oriented. I want to say, picture the Spurs during their championship run. Now, granted, they're not making the champions. They're not making a championship.
You compare the Denver Nuggets to a Spurs team?
Yes. You want to point out? You want to go?
No.
Star player for player.
What Spurs team? Pick one. Please pick one. Pick one. Pick one Spurs team. Pick one.
05.
05?
05. You got Manu. Gary Harris. Joker, Tim Duncan. Jamal Murray, Tony Parker. Go ahead. Close your mouth, man. You look surprised right now.
What?
Yes.
Are you comparing Jokic
Yes.
to MVP Tim Duncan?
Mr. Fundamentals himself.
Fuck no.
You really sleeping on the Joker? You really? All right. If they had a champion caliber coach, then you could say, okay, they have a chance to take this whole thing.
You sound high.
Oh, I'm high.
Because it's not happening. Jokic is nowhere near. He can't hold a freaking candle to Tim Duncan. He can't lace Tim Duncan's shoes up for him.
Look, he's Mr. Fundamental. We get it, but damn, you give.
I don't like the Spurs, but Jokic is all right. He's not Tim Duncan though.
Yusef Nurkic is all right. Nikola Vujovic is all right. The Joker is not. He is by far one of the best. I say third best center in the game.
I can give that to you because there's not many centers in the game anymore. It's stretch fours. Everybody's a stretch four now, but okay, whatever. I mean, when you got Kristaps Porzingis at 7 foot playing stretch four, whatever. Okay, so Utah. My bad. I gotta go back because I don't even have Denver winning that series. I got Houston winning that series. I got Houston winning that series in 7 games. Yeah. That small ball Houston winning that game in 7.
That's still
better. If we get the playoffs, mark my words, because I got small ball Houston winning in 7.
Guys, fine it. I'll let this be. This is one I really want to know your answer to. Utah or OKC?
Utah. OKC was playing good for regular season basketball. They're not. I mean, I like Chris Paul. I like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Who else you got? You got to give me more than that to be the Utah team. To be the solid Joe Ingles. Joe Ingles is gonna shoot the lights out on them boys, and he looked like the average white man
rec ball player.
Like, okay, if you lived in a predominantly white neighborhood and you had that one dad that falls off his roof every year putting up Christmas lights, that's Joe Ingles. Hands down, that's Joe Ingles. But he's shooting the lights out. Nah. It's Utah. Utah is a way better team from top to bottom.
Is that they missing a star? I was always OKC's issue. That's why they was at least had a shot when they had Paul Jordan and Russell Westbrook. They had a star there, somebody that can carry them over the dark times. Chris Paul not gonna do that. He most likely gonna get hurt as soon as the playoffs roll around. That's what he always seems to do. Motherfucker's so fragile. It's embarrassing. But I would think they would have a chance solely because they ain't got to worry about no Damian Lillard this year. They ain't got to worry about no Portland team scaring the hell out of them when 4 seconds left in the game.
A couple of days ago, that was about a little over a year ago that happened.
Got the picture and all, man. Got the picture and all. Wave them out of here.
And then we got Lakers and Clippers. I mean, we didn't even have to go over the West. We know who's coming out. It's the Lakers and Clippers.
No shit, we know who's coming out the East. That's what you should say. East is more top heavy.
I guess so, yeah. And I mean, I got Lakers beating the Clippers in 7 games. Only because, like, of course, diehard Lakers fan, but Patrick Beverley doesn't show up in the playoffs. Check his track record. Patrick Beverley does not show up in the playoffs.
Man.
I mean, you want to count that one game that him and KD got kicked out of the game?
I mean, he took one for the team. He didn't let KD go for 50. Instead, he went for 30, then got kicked out.
Yeah. Anyway, so on to the East. So you got Lakers coming out, of course, right?
Of course.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold you to that because you may flip flop your answer.
Why would I ever go for
You're the type of person who wants to win no matter what. I lead with my heart, and I know my heart gonna guide me to victory. That's all I need. Lakers gonna win that. Ready to win championship number 16.
It's championship number 17. You ass. Why you talking mess? Anyway.
Looper.
The hell? Okay. Milwaukee, Orlando.
That's not even funny.
Milwaukee. Okay, Toronto and Brooklyn.
That?
Toronto.
Yeah. Okay. They still not everybody not back yet.
Kyrie's hurt. KD's hurt.
Dude, he just got hurt.
Toronto.
No chance about it. Toronto.
Boston and Philly.
Philly.
Really? I got Boston.
Out of hate.
Philly incomplete.
Out of hate. I'll make that choice every time.
Okay, I mean that's cool too. I mean, I don't really give a shit, but all right. Miami, Indiana.
That will be the game of the first round. Out of all the games it's gonna play, that will be one of the closest games you'll see. And out of that nice Miami team that I got, Jimmy Butler's gonna prove himself even more of why he was worth all that money. Philly's gonna realize they're gonna miss him. That's gonna be the best chance to see why they miss him.
I got Miami as my dark horse. I got Miami playing the Bucks in the Eastern Conference Championship. So in the Eastern Conference Finals, I got Miami and Milwaukee. So
they ain't gonna make it. They ain't gonna make it. They're gonna play in the second round. They play in the second round.
Ah, you're right. Shit. I didn't look at that.
Miami gonna play the Pacers. Celtics got the Sixers, Raptors, Nets, Bucks, Magic. Yep.
You are so right. Damn it. Okay. So I guess we got Milwaukee and Toronto again. That's boring.
So yeah, but granted, how many times was it like that for the West in the early 2000s? Is gonna be the Lakers or the Spurs in the Western Conference Finals? Shit never changed. I'm not saying it was gonna be like this.
Fights up with the Suns. Suns had a solid team.
The
Warriors had a solid team with that We Believe team. That Warriors We Believe team was solid.
Man.
AC being a number 1 seed, that wasn't solid.
I swear, I thought the Lakers was gonna be
right now.
I thought the Lakers was gonna be that team. The Suns was ranked number. Oh, I think that was either second or first. We played them in the first round. We got knocked out, but still, they got that one win. I was like, that's all we need. I started believing. Then it didn't end well for us. They lost.
Oh, when it was Amari Stoudemire and the Steve Nash show off the pick and roll, and they couldn't stop a pick and roll and pop. That was horrible.
Steve Nash.
Johnson. It was either Joe Johnson or Sean Marion on the pop. It was a simple offense, and it was like I would watch every single game like this because it was like, bro, it was either like this or like this because it's like, how do you not stop?
I like how the Lakers really lost to a dude who shot like this. Sean Marion literally shot the ball with no arc. His hands like this the whole time, like he gotta start stepping this shit. It's that bad. Joe Johnson, I feel a little bit better about, but we lost one of the most horrible stroke. He could dunk though. That's Sean Marion did have that.
And
that ups.
Stupid. I hated that team. Any final words? Any final thoughts?
This has been brought to you by Good Brothers Studio. Please, if you have any any issues you want to say about me, Good Brother number 1 or Good Brother number 2, leave it in the comment section below. Until then, next time, my folks, peace out. Get it.
It's 2 brothers, but
I'm good. I'm older, so I'm Good Brother number 1.
Whatever.
Whole last month.